So this presentation is about how to write and publish your own book to dramatically increase your business and personal success.
People over the world have come to know success and personal fulfillment on a grand scale, thanks to the teachings and dedication of this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raymond Aaron!
Exciting and motivating audiences everywhere into action with his unique insight and life-changing strategies. He has helped many people from many different walks of life take conscious control of their lives, enabling them to double or even quadruple their income doing what they love.
When you're doing what you love, your light shines so brightly that other people are attracted to you.
He's Raymond Aaron, a New York Times best-selling author and creator of the Monthly Mentor Program, one of the most innovative and effective goal-setting programs ever developed. He has been listed in the Who's Who and has appeared on numerous radio and television programs during that time, sharing his vision and his wisdom. Raymond's success can be attributed to the many years of collected wisdom from various mentors and associates, as well as his own life-tested techniques. Techniques that have helped hundreds of thousands achieve their dreams. Techniques he himself uses in his daily life.
He models what he teaches. He's done it, he models it, and that shows through.
Lives his mission. He really is deeply committed to people having their dreams come true.
Raymond Aaron is well known and respected by celebrity mentors and entrepreneurs throughout the country.
My life completely changed when I met Raymond Aaron, because Raymond could take the best of what I had to offer the world and give me a model by which to touch the world to a greater degree and live more abundantly.
The one thing about Raymond's program is that Raymond underpromises and over-delivers. And I say that about almost no one. He has a great program, and I highly recommend it to you.
He is just a sweet, sweet human being. And whenever I say that, sweet human being, I want you to get, he's sweet and powerful. He's fun and serious. He's playful and profound. It's the full package.
What I love most about Raymond is that he is absolutely dedicated to making his life the best life it can be, and making your life the best life it can be, and creating as much fulfillment on this planet as there can be. He is absolutely caring. He's got a brilliant mind. He is wonderful at structuring great programs, but it's really his heart that's leading the way.
Raymond wants to help you achieve the same level of success as these people, as he has for thousands of others. These others started out just like everyone here, and through Raymond's methods, you'll learn not only to become successful, but to do it efficiently and quickly. Please welcome Raymond Aaron.
Okay, let's get started. How much money do you earn? When I ask a typical person in the audience, they always say to me that you earn less than you deserve. I know that you earn less than you deserve, and it's a pity because there's one thing you're missing. And when I ask all of my world famous friends, they all say they earn more than they think anyone deserves. Why? Why do my friends and I earn so much and you earn less than you deserve? I'm going to be telling you exactly what it is and fixing it for you in this presentation. Are you ready for a change? I'm sure you are. Do you want to be in the top 1%? I'm sure you do, but what is the top 1%? It's $300,000 a year. You might look at that and say, 300,000, I'll never get there. Oh my gosh. But I blow past that by the 3rd or 4th week of January every year. Why? Why? Because there's one thing I have that you don't have, and I'm going to give it to you in this presentation. Hang tight. You might say, well, what is your income? And I won't tell you my annual income, but I will tell you the best I ever did. I earned $1 million in a speech. $1 million in a speech. There's only 9 people in the world that have ever done that. Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, a half a dozen others, and me. Why? Because there's one thing that we have that you're missing, and I'm going to make sure you get it in this presentation. And if you don't have it, life will seem unfair to you. If you don't have it, life will seem very unfair to you. You must climb the 4-rung ladder of wealth. How many rungs? 4. The first rung is visibility. Every single person who earns more than you is more visible than you. The second rung is credibility. Every single person who earns more than you is more credible than you. And here's the good news. If you have visibility and credibility, you can't stop the wealth from coming in. If you have visibility and credibility, you can't stop the wealth from coming in. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I promised you 4 rungs, but I only delivered 3. Oh no, if I don't come up with another rung fast, my brand is in jeopardy. And there is another rung, but it's in the wrong direction. It's in the dark side. It's invisibility. Invisibility. And unfortunately, 97% of people in the Western world are completely invisible. You're known by a few friends, a few neighbors, a few co-workers, few family members, and that's it. And from that low level of visibility, it's hard to earn a buck. So where do you make more money? At the bottom or the top? At the top. But you typically have to take one step at a time. However, I've created the only 2-step. And fortunately, it starts from invisibility because that's where you likely are. And it gobbles up visibility and credibility all at once because it's the 2-step. But you've already learned that if you have visibility and credibility, you can't stop the wealth from coming in. It's the most brilliant idea I've ever come up with in my life. You must have your own book. You must have your own book. Wow, wow, wow. I asked my dear friend, Dr. John Gray, you know him. He wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, Kids Are From Hell. Just joking. I love my daughters and my granddaughters. But I asked John one day, if he could change one thing in his amazing life, what would it be? And he said, I'd rather have a book than a PhD. Why? I asked him. He said, well, just call up a radio station and say, I have a PhD. Do you want to interview me? No, thank you. But call up a radio station and say, I wrote a book on men-women relationships. Would you like to interview me? Oh my goodness, yes, come right in. But it doesn't have to be on relationships. It could be on Bitcoin. It could be on real estate. It could be retiring wealthy. It could be on dental health. It could be on Eastern medicine. It could be on anything that's in your heart. Whatever you know about, whatever you want to teach the world, whatever you're good at, that's what the world needs to learn about. Wow, wow, wow. Having a book means you can indeed aim higher. Money will come to you. Opportunities will come to you with the book. Income, media appearances, patience, clients, joy, and goodies of all kinds will come to you when you write a book. Wow. Now, I've decided to divide my presentation into 2 parts. The first part is how lousy my life was, and the second part is how wonderful my life is now. How lousy it was, how wonderful it is. And of course, in the middle, there has to be something that changed the course of my life. So let's talk about how lousy my life was first. When I was born, I was broke. Maybe some of you have had that same experience. And then I took a job I didn't particularly like. And so I took it out on a substance. I'm not proud of it, but I'm admitting I took it out on a substance. And my substance of abuse was food. I got very, very fat. Eventually, my boss fired me. I came home and told my wife that I was fired, and she did the only thing a reasonable woman could do. She dumped me out of our marriage. And I learned something that day. I learned that getting fired and divorced on exactly the same day are just extreme forms of market research. And what was the marketplace trying to tell me? That I was doing everything wrong. Vocationally, I was fired. Nutritionally, I was overweight. Matrimonially, I was divorced. Psychologically, I was depressed. I was a 39-year-old life loser, $100,000 in debt. A 39-year-old life loser, $100,000 in debt. That was my actual life. That was my life, and it was going downhill fast. And then the turning point of my life came when a friend suggested I write a book. I said, write a book? I'm a life loser. And he said, listen to me, write down the names of all the people you know who struggle. So like your neighbors, your friends, whatever. So I wrote them down. Then he said, circle everyone that's written a book. I said, are you nuts? None of my friends have written a book. Then he said, now write down the names of all the rich people you know. I said, are you nuts? I don't know any rich people. He said, well, just write down the names of rich people you've heard of, like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. Okay, fine. So I wrote down a few. Then he said, circle everyone who's written a book. And I did. And every one of them had written a book. Rich, 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 rich had all written a book. Struggle, 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 struggle. None of them had written a book. And I said, my gosh, I'm struggling. I haven't written a book. I want to be rich. I should write a book. And I said to him, what should I write about? And he says, you have to write about something you know. I said, oh, maybe I'll write this book. How to Become a 39-year-old Life Loser, 7 Proven Techniques. I could sure write that book, but it's not the brand I was going for. Now, even though I was broke, I had created and knew how to create a great deal of money in real estate. I just lost it all in the divorce. So I knew how to make money in real estate, and I actually wrote this book. You can make $1 million in Canadian real estate. Yes, I'm a Canadian. Don't hold it against me. I'm a nice person. And I'm going to tell you over the next 10 seconds, the most shocking thing you've ever heard in your life. From age 39 to age 40, I got out of $100,000 of debt. The first time I was out of debt in my entire adult life. And in one more year, from age 40 to age 41, I became a millionaire, and I've never looked back. A wow, wow, wow. But even more shocking, my clients are getting there faster than me. My clients are getting there faster than me. If you want to get out of debt in less than a year and then become very wealthy in less than a year after that, listen very carefully. So I've told you how lousy my life was. And then the one change I made was writing a book. Let me tell you what my life is like now. I published 147 books. I've written 147 books, and every one of them got published. My most famous ones are Branding Small Business for Dummies, which I'm going to give you as a gift at the end of this presentation. You can't get it anywhere in the world. It's not available in any bookstore in the world because there's so much wisdom in there that I will not trade that wisdom for 20 bucks. So I won't let it be sold anywhere. You can only get it from me as a gift, and you will get it at the end of this presentation. So stay tuned. And I wrote 2 Chicken Soup for the Soul books, Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul and Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul. I've also written Double Your Income Doing What You Love, 21 Secrets of the Very Rich and Very Happy, The Proven Path to Having It All, Raymondisms, and another 140 books. Wow, wow, wow. I know Tony Robbins, and I'm not sure if you can see me in the bottom left of that picture. I hope you can. And dear friends with Jack Canfield, I go on vacation with Jack Canfield twice every year. This is a picture of me on a cruise ship with Jack. I'm dear friends with Les Brown, the greatest speaker of all time. Dear friends with Oprah's boyfriend, Stedman Graham. And this picture is so embarrassing that I told him to just stay where he is. And I had one of my staff race around the hotel to find a stepladder that I could stand on to get a new picture. And we took another picture, but I'm still shorter than he is, even standing on a stool. Oh my gosh. And the dear Bob Proctor, who passed away just a few months ago. Bob, I love you so much. You've left a giant hole in the universe. And Sir Richard Branson, and Brian Tracy, and Brian Mulroney, the Prime Minister of Canada. Have you noticed that every single time I introduce you to a friend of mine, books drop down? But when you go see friends of yours, books don't drop down. And that's the big difference. Every single one of my super wealthy, world famous friends has written a book, and you haven't. And none of your friends have written a book. And you think it's okay to not write a book. Why? Because none of your friends have written a book, so you think it's okay. But my friends will look down on you. And please, I don't want to embarrass you, but I just have to tell you the truth. My friends will look down on you, and you might say, why? Now, I'm not looking down on you. I love you. But my friends, maybe they're a little different from me. They think if you haven't written a book, that you must have nothing to say. And if you have nothing to say, why should they be your friends? And that's how rich people think about you. You need to write a book, and fast. And you need to follow a plan. You can't just go type, 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 and think you're going to do a great job. A book isn't just typing. There's many things to know about writing a book. And if you're stuck, it's because you don't know what these other things are. You think it's just typing, 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 but it's not. Steve Wozniak, the only living co-founder of Apple Computers, Dr. John Gray, Bill Clinton himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the greatest wealth teacher of all time, Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the best of all, wait till you see this, Shrek. Why do I mention Shrek? Because even Shrek has a book, for gosh sakes. Even Shrek has a book. It's not what you know, and it's not who you know. It's who knows you. It's who knows you. And the most famous people in the world know me. Did they know me when I was 39? No. Did they want to know me at 39? No. Well, how come they all want to know me now? The only difference is I wrote a book. But in order to write a book and get it published, you need to solve 4 problems. So please make a note of this. This is very important. The 4 problems that stand in your way. One is the forward scandal. Forward is a 1-page letter written by a world-famous multimillionaire celebrity about how wonderful you are. But world-famous multimillionaire celebrities know that if they write the forward for your book, then there'll be such celebrity attached to your book because of their name that your book will sell so many copies and you'll make a lot of money, and they want some of it. So they'll charge $25,000, $50,000, even up to $500,000 to write the forward for your book. And I don't like that. It's not illegal, but it's not nice. So here are my 3 rules. 1, you must have a forward. 2, it must be written by a world-famous multimillionaire celebrity. And number 3, you can't pay extra for it. It's not illegal, but it's scummy. Problem number 2 is the publishing problem. Here's what broke people do. They spend years and years, maybe even decades, writing a book. They make 100 copies, they mail it to 100 publishing companies, and then they get 100 rejection letters. Terrible idea. Really, really dumb idea. How do you know it's dumb? Because nobody gets published that way. Here's my rule. Listen carefully. This will shock you. Don't even start writing your book until you have a publisher. Don't even start. Don't even dare start writing your book until you have a publisher. You see, writing a book isn't just type, 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 type. Writing a book is you must get a publisher first. And I know exactly how to do it. And I guarantee you, listen to this, I guarantee you that you will actually have a contract with a publisher by the end of my presentation. I guarantee you, you will have a contract in writing with a publisher, even if you haven't even started writing your book yet, even if you're halfway through writing your book, it doesn't matter. I will make sure that you will have a publisher before you finish this presentation today. That's a gigantic guarantee. Wow, wow, wow. Also, another problem is the official book launch. You see, if you were making a movie, when it came out, it would be called a world premiere. And the equivalent for a book is an official book launch, where you get up on stage with your publisher and your publisher makes you look really, really good. There has to be lots of people in the audience. It's pretty expensive. And the problem is that the author has to pay for it all. The publisher doesn't pay for it. So that's another big problem. And finally, procrastination. You must end procrastination. Otherwise, you'll spend years writing your book. And how do I end procrastination? I have a job description called Personal Book Architect. And she's a wonderful gal. And every time I want to write a book, I don't start typing, typing, typing. What I do is I call my personal book architect and I say, I've got another book in my mind. And she says, that book will come out on time, no matter what, and get published for sure. Wow. You probably want a personal book architect, I can tell. Now, I've told you that I'm going to give you 4 problems that stand in your way, but I always want to over deliver. So let me give you a 5th bonus problem. Never join any program unless the guru himself is willing to personally teach you in a follow-up workshop. Never join any program unless the guru himself is willing to personally teach you in a follow-up workshop. You see, there's a lot of people on stage these days that make it seem that they're going to be your friend for life And as soon as you purchase their program, you never see them again. Make sure that the guru himself is going to come back and personally teach you in a follow-up workshop. Now, new topic. How do you know when you're branded? And here's the answer. When someone says wow about you, you're branded. That's the key word. When someone says wow about you, you're branded, as Bianca found out.
My name is Bianca Montiel, and I'm the author of the book called Let's F the System, 5 Ways to Have All the Fun and Freedom You Want. Ever since I started writing this book, only amazing stuff happened to me. And plus, everybody that meets me and finds out that I'm an author, they all say, wow. And I think that's kind of the only thing we actually aim for in life, to be amazing. And because I said amazing, I wanted to tell you that Raymond is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, Bianca. Every wealthy person and every successful company is branded. You need to be branded. How many ways are there to get branded? There are 4. I'm going to teach you all 4 ways, but you only choose one. I'm going to teach you all 4 ways, but you only choose one. Why do you only choose one? Because either you're branded or you're not branded. So as soon as you get branded, you're branded. You don't have to worry. You don't need 2 ways to get branded. You just need one. So choose the way that works best for you. Here we go. I'm going to teach you all 4 of them. Branding technique number 4 is branding by association. Who do you hang with? Who are your buddies? I showed you pictures with me and about 100 of the most famous people in the entire world, but you may not have world famous multimillionaire author friends. And so this may not apply to you. Branding technique number 3 is branding by testimonial. You might say, oh my gosh, I have so many testimonials, but maybe not, because I have something shocking to tell you that no one else will dare tell you, but I will tell you the truth. Listen carefully. Your testimonial cannot, listen carefully, your testimonial cannot be from a client. What? You might say, well, of course testimonials are from clients. That's the whole point. No. Let's say you were trying to sell me something and you said, look what Jill McGregor says about me. I'd say to myself, who's Jill McGregor? Maybe she's some homeless gal on the street. Maybe that's your dog. I don't know who Jill McGregor is. And so it doesn't work unless the person is famous. And you might say, well, nobody's got world famous multimillionaire celebrities giving them a testimonial. Oh, is that right? Well, have you ever heard of Robert Kiyosaki? Have you ever heard of the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Have you ever heard of the most famous wealth teacher of all time, Robert Kiyosaki? Yes, but I like his second book better, Cash Flow Quadrant. I like his second book better, Cash Flow Quadrant. And here's what Robert Kiyosaki says about me. I thank Raymond Aaron and his tapes on goal setting for helping me achieve more with less stress. Wow, when someone that big says something that big, that's a big deal. But you might say, how do we know he said it? And the answer is, he wrote it on page 187 of the very first edition of his second book, Cash Flow Quadrant. I have a copy of it here. I thank Raymond Aaron and his tape on goal setting for assisting me in achieving more with a lot less stress. Wow, wow, wow. Because of that one sentence in his book, I've earned an extra $8 million over the last 7 years, an extra $8 million over the last 7 years. Wow, wow, wow. But you may not have great testimonials from multimillionaire, world famous celebrities. It's okay, you've blown 2, there's still 2 left. Branding technique number 2 is branding by achievement. Oh, so did you recently win a Nobel Prize? Did you recently win an Olympic gold medal? Did you recently set a world record? Were you recently the mayor of your city? No? Well, let's see if I have any achievements. I have many, many athletic achievements. Here's one that I'm quite proud of. Quite recently, I did the plank. Most people collapse to the carpet after 30 seconds. At my age, I did, wait till you see this, an 11-minute plank, 11 minutes. My own fitness coach can't do 11 minutes, and he's in his 20s and in fabulous shape. Wow, wow, wow. But that's athletics. Let's get back to business. I've been in the who's who every single year for 40 years in a row. And in every single one of those 40 years, I've been on the very first page, though that's mostly for alphabetical reasons. And I'm internationally syndicated on radio talk shows all around the world. And you can be on radio and television too, but only if you've written a book. They don't want you unless you've written a book. And I'm sure you've heard of the incredible blockbuster hit movie, The Secret. There were 40 teachers chosen from all around the world to be filmed for that movie, and I was one of them. I was one of only 40 teachers chosen to be filmed from everybody around the world. And as far as investment is concerned, I bought and sold over 1,100 properties. That's over $500 million in buying and selling in today's currency. Wow, wow, wow. But you may not have great achievements. There's only one left. There's only one left. It better apply to you, because if it doesn't, you're left out in the cold. Branding technique number one is branding by wow. Branding by wow. The easiest way to get somebody to say wow about you is to tell them that you wrote a book. When you say, I wrote a book, they will look up to you and say, wow. And you will be branded. Branded, branded, branded. Took me 4 years to write Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul, hit New York Times top 10. And I can now call myself a New York Times top 10 bestselling author for the rest of my life. But did I make any money at that book? Well, I get a quarterly royalty check. Quarterly means every 3 months. And my very, 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 very first quarterly royalty check from Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul was $100,000. Can you make money writing a book? Oh, yes. And then, because that book did so well, Jack Canfield asked me to write Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul. And it became the #1 best-selling nonfiction book in Canada every week for 6 months after its release. But did I make any money at that book? Well, my very, very, very first quarterly royalty check from that book was $100,000. Can you make money writing a book? Oh, yes. And my newest blockbuster that you can't get anywhere in the world, because it says right up at the top, compliments of the Raymond Aaron Group. It's not available for sale anywhere in the world, because I realized after I'd written it that there's so much wisdom in it that I won't let it go for like 20 bucks. I will not, but I will give it to you as a gift at the end of this presentation. And there's something very special I want to tell you. I looked at all the books that I had written up to that time, and I noticed that there's a couple dozen activities that I do in writing a book, but only 2 of them create the pages of the book, and the others just take up lots of time, but really don't produce anything. And so I decided not to do those other dozens of activities, and I just did the 2 activities that produced all the pages. When the fireworks die down, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked at how little time it took to write this book, Branding Small Business for Dummies. 10 hours, 10 hours. Now, if you're skeptical, that's great. Take 20 hours. It's not a race. But I teach you how to write a book in under 10 hours. Not a book, a good book. Not a good book, a great book. Not a great book, a great book that will help a lot of people and make you a lot of money. Wow. I wrote a book. I got rich. You want rich? Write a book, but not in 1 to 4 years. The giant breakthrough is you can write a great book that helps a lot of people and makes you a lot of money in just 10 hours. As I said before, take 20 if you want. It's not a race. As Lisa found out.
Everybody, I'm Lisa Phillips, author of the book, The Artistic Edge, and I just wanted to share some amazing things that happened to me since my book was published. Within the first 3 months, I was published in the Washington Post 3 times, And I was able to get a keynote speaking gig in the US at the Tennessee Arts Commission, where my speaking fee was $5,000. I've had so many more incredible things happen, from blog posts, conferences, articles, and also having my book being used as a teaching tool for school boards all across the US. So thank you so much, Raymond, for encouraging me to write my book.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. You have a book inside of you. It's time to get it out. You have a book inside of you. It's way past time to get it out. It's time to make lots of money with a book, as Jim found out.
Hi, my name is Jim Hetherington, and I wrote this book, Your Relationship Rescue Handbook, in the 10-10-10 program. And Raymond said that it was going to change my life, and it really has. Ever since I've written this book, I've been invited to co-author in other books. One is actually published already. I have my second book coming out in the spring. I've been invited to speak on stages. I've been invited to do radio shows and TV shows. I've been invited to go to training events where I teach, and I'm on main stage and training and encouraging other people. It just really has changed my life. I highly encourage you to get involved in the 10-10-10 program. Write a book. Raymond's team is just amazing. Raymond himself is a great mentor, great teacher, has amazing systems that will really help you get this thing through, get it done, get it published, and get out of the sea of sameness.
Wow. Thank you, Jim. But now here are your lame excuses. But I don't have the time. Well, excuse me, according to Wikipedia, the average person watches 11 hours of television a week. That means you could write 52 books this year and still watch your favorite TV show. Don't you dare tell me that you don't have the time. But I'm bad at English. Well, this could be true. You could be bad at spelling, grammar, punctuation, or English might be your second language, and so you don't know how to type it or speak it exactly perfectly. But I have some wonderful news for you. When you finish your manuscript, only one person reads your book, and that's your editor. Only one person reads your book, and that's your editor. And your editor's job is to make it look like an angel wrote your book. So don't worry about spelling, grammar, punctuation. In fact, everybody needs an editor, and everybody needs another service called formatting. But editing and formatting is not part of my program, even though it's necessary, because I know how you can get editing and formatting at a very, very low cost. But even more impressive, I teach you how you might be able to get it for free. So if you can get it for free, don't worry about it. And another complaint might be, I've never written anything before. 94% of all the people that have ever joined my book writing program have never written anything before, and I bring them all the way from knowing nothing to finishing their book and getting it published. Wow, wow, wow. But I don't know what to write about. Well, this is really important. I want you to have a great book. And so I personally work with you. I don't mean one of my coaches. I mean me. And I don't mean that I type to you like through WhatsApp or text message. No, I mean my mouth to your ears and your mouth to my ears. I mean, we actually talk to each other, and I understand what your issues are and what you're trying to do with your book and how you're trying to help people and how you'd like to earn money at it. And I personally work with you personally. You might say, but Raymond, you have thousands of clients around the world. Yes, I do. But I organize my time so well that I have lots of time to help you, and that's the truth. But I'm just an employee. Then get ready for raises, promotions, and job offers from other companies. You might say, well, why would they notice me? And the answer is, you'll be the only one in your entire company that's ever written a book. Wow, wow, wow. But I'm a professional. We're not allowed to advertise. Well, interestingly, the best advertisement you could ever have is a book. And books are completely allowed by your professional self-governing organization, as Ursula found out.
Hey, this is Ursula. Almost immediately after I announced that I was the author of an upcoming book, I started to get invitations to do podcasts and speaking engagements. And of course, I got new clients walking through my door. I love Raymond's 10-10-10 program. Raymond is amazing.
Thank you, Ursula. But I don't know much. The truth is, you know much more than your readers. If you've been thinking of something, or you've been working at something, either salaried or your own business, you know so much more than your readers, and they will appreciate learning from you. But what kind of book should I write? You could write a nonfiction book about what you want to make money at, or you could write a fictional story. You could also write an autobiography about yourself or a biography about somebody else. You could write a religious book. You could write a poetry book. You could write a children's book, or you could write a book about some controversial subject going on today. And I publish books in all of those categories and much more. You just choose what's in your heart, and that'll be the best book you could write. And I've published 1,000 books: The Delightful Dental Experience, The 5-Minute Wealth Plan, the book on downsizing, Business Analysis for Leaders, the book on increasing your ROI, Dare to Grow, and like 1,000 others on all different subjects. But I really don't like promoting myself. Well, the interesting thing is your book will do the promoting for you. As soon as you say that you've written a book, everyone will say, wow, and you won't have to promote yourself. The book will do it for you. How much does it cost? Well, the answer is a small car. And if you can't afford it, you'd better join. If after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years of working, you don't have a few $1,000s to rub together to invest in yourself for your future, then you better do something different. And this is the most powerful something different you're ever going to get offered. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. This slide shouldn't be here. Oh, well, I'll make the best of it. I created a 6-audio legacy called the Ultimate Author's Marketing Guide. And I sell it for $3,000. If you're lucky enough to get into my book writing program, then once you get in, you'll find everybody talking about the Ultimate Author's Marketing Guide and how much it helps them sell, how much it helped them sell so many more copies of their book. So I'm just telling you now, this shouldn't be here, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you now that if you're fortunate enough to get into the program, just keep $3,000 aside in order to purchase these 6 audios called the Ultimate Author's Marketing Guide in order to dramatically increase the number of books that you sell. Okay, how will a book help you? I know how a book will help you. You'll have more income and you'll have more free time. Because of my books, I take a 1-week vacation every month, a 1-week vacation every single month. I have 10 slides like this, but when I play all 10 of them, people start drooling. But even more than a 1-week vacation every month, I also take a 1-month vacation every year. I slept on that beach in Fiji for a month. I went whitewater canoeing in the Arctic for a month. I went to the rainforest in Ecuador for a month. I had a 1-month honeymoon in the North and South Islands of New Zealand. I trekked around the Annapurna Mountains of Nepal for a month. I was on safari in South Africa for a month. I did a double crossing of the Sahara Desert by jeep and camel for a month. I spent actually 4 months going all the way through Europe, from Israel, which actually was never in Europe, to England, which is no longer in Europe, but for some reason I still call it my 4-month European vacation. I spent a month in Australia. I spent a month in Bali. I spent a month in Croatia. I spent a month in magical Ireland. Wow, what a country that is. But my most magical, most wonderful, most exotic, most interesting 1-month vacation of all was Antarctica. What a blessed continent that is. And there I took the greatest picture I ever took in my life. Do you want to see it? Good, because I brought it. Yes, I brought my tuxedo to Antarctica. There I am standing with a king penguin. Behind my head is not gravel. Behind my head is 150,000 king penguins. Wow, wow, wow. So is my life the life that you want? I have absolutely no debt. I've got lots of cash in the bank. I have very high income. I have very high wealth. By the way, every single piece of real estate I own right now is absolutely free and clear, no mortgage whatsoever. And I've got the sweetest marriage any man could ever want. My wife, Karen, is a very high income coach and consultant. She is a competitive dancer and a model and an actress. And I love her. Wow. But in addition to having the sexiest wife on the planet, I also drive the sexiest car on the planet, a bright red Tesla S. Actually, I don't drive it. It drives me. It's full self-driving. Oh my gosh, it's like an amusement park ride. And I have a gorgeous new home way out in the country, and I have lots of time off to do whatever I want. That's the life that I have. Is that the life that I had at age 39? No. What's the only thing I changed? I wrote a book. Wow, wow, wow. Now, you've heard some of the testimonials say 10, 10, 10. What does it stand for? The first 10 means you'll write a book of 10 chapters of your own words, and I'll even help you get the words. The second, I've already told you, in 10 hours of your own time, take 20 if you want, it's not a race. But the most important one is you'll be holding your finished physical published book, your finished physical published book in your hands in 10 weeks. Wow. Now, there are two levels to my program. The upper level, which has all the guarantees and a higher tuition, and the lower level, which has half the guarantees and a lower tuition. You just choose the one that fits your needs and your pocketbook the best. And both of them work. They're completely fine. You just choose which one is best for you. So let's talk about the lower one. Level 1, it's called Platinum. The lower one, Level 1, is called Platinum, and it has 5 better than risk-free, no hassle guarantees. 5. And here's the first one. It's about, I don't know what to write about. So guarantee number 1 is I personally work with you. I personally work with you to find a perfect target audience, a perfect topic, a perfect title, and a perfect subtitle so that you can have a book. No. A good book? No. A great book? No. A great book that will help a lot of people and make you a lot of money. And guarantee number 2 is very, very special. There has to be a certain book length. You see, on your own, without following my program, you would just type and type and type and type and type until God told you that the book was over and you'd stop typing. But that would be a gigantic mistake because there's lots that you don't know. And one of the things you don't know is the perfect book length. You see, if your book is too thick, people will say, oh, no, thanks, I don't have the time. And if your book is too thin, people will say, it's not worth it. It's just a marketing brochure. Psychographically, your book has to be exactly the correct width of spine. It has to be the exact correct number of pages. And if you don't know that exact number of pages, don't even bother starting. Guarantee number 2, I will tell you the perfect book length. Guarantee number 3 has to do with what's the deadline to get the book done. Well, I already told you that it's 10 weeks, but no, I'm going to give you way more than that. I'm going to give you 1 entire year. Now you might say, I don't understand, Raymond. I've been wanting to write a book for 5, 10, 20 years, and I still haven't written it. And now you tell me in big bravado that you're going to give me 1 entire year. I don't get it. Well, listen carefully. It's not that you couldn't write your book well within a year. It's rather that you didn't have any guidance, and so you avoided it and procrastinated. For example, if I told you to build a submarine and came back 20 years later, you wouldn't have done that either. Why? Because you don't know how to do it. And so all you have to get is the guidance. Once I guide you, once I say, here's the first thing to do, here's the second thing to do, here's the third thing to do. Once I give you my guidance and you do each step, it's just like a fill in the blank. It's just like a paint by number. The book just comes out effortlessly once you understand my guidance. Guarantee number 4 has to do with when do I start making money? And this is a delicious one. Guarantee number 4, it's a guarantee, is you will make money before you finish writing your book. Now, this always startles people. They say, how is that possible? If I haven't even finished writing my book, why would people give me money? But I guarantee you that you will have money in your pocket, money in your bank account. You will make money before you finish writing the book. It's not a hope or a dream. It's a guarantee. So you know for sure you're going to get it. Wow. If you say, well, I don't know how to do that, Well, that's just another thing that you don't know. And it's why you need guidance. Oh, Raymond, you don't understand. My problems are so heavy. Yeah, the reason your problems are so heavy is because you don't earn enough and you're not branded enough and not respected enough because you haven't written a book. When you follow my guidance, you can go places you could never go before and make way more money than you ever thought possible. Wow. And the most important guarantee number 5 of the lower level platinum is the forward scandal. Do you remember it? You must have a forward. It must be written by a world famous multimillionaire celebrity, but you cannot pay extra for it. So listen carefully. Guarantee number 5, listen carefully. Guarantee number 5, I will write the forward for you. I will write the forward for you. Now, if you know somebody more famous than me, that's fine. You can use somebody else. But most people don't know even one world famous multimillionaire celebrity. And so after their book is finished, they wander around for years trying to find a forward and their book never gets done. I will write the forward for you. Unbelievable. And it'll show up right on your cover. Here's a book that I published called The Unique You. And right at the bottom is your name. And right underneath your name, it'll say forward by Raymond Aaron, New York Times bestselling author. If they know me, they'll say, wow, how did you get Raymond? Even if they don't know me, it'll still work. They'll say, wow, how did you get a New York Times bestselling author to write the forward for your book? Wow, wow, wow. Those are the 5 guarantees of the lower level. And let me tell you something incredible. You will get there faster than me. You'll get out of debt faster than I did, and you'll achieve big wealth faster than I did, because you can get there faster than me. I'm a greater coach and teacher than the guy that originally helped me many years ago. And you can earn your annual income in one speech. You can earn last year's income in one speech, but only if you've written a book. Yes, you can get on little stages and you can be interviewed on little podcasts. And yes, you can get on little radio and television shows. But if you want to get on the big ones, you must have written a book, as Raisa learned.
Hi, my name is Raisa, and I'm the award-winning author of the book, Make My World a Better Place, How to Live in Peace and Harmony with Others. Do you have any goals, dreams, ideas, opinions that you want to share with the world? Then you need to write a book. For me, this wasn't possible without the 10-10-10 program hosted by Raymond Aaron. It's fast, easy, simple to use, and you actually get things done. With this book, I was able to gain my first speaking opportunity with the world famous Bob Proctor. And then I'm going to have the same opportunity to speak with the world famous Jack Canfield, all because I wrote a book. Raymond, he is amazing. And without his program, I wouldn't be able to do so many things. The age of 16, that's right, I'm 16. Thank you.
Wow. Sharing the stage with Jack Canfield, sharing the stage with Bob Proctor while he was alive. That is amazing. How much life experience could that little gal have at age 16? And yet she wrote a wonderful, wonderful book. And here is the hugest. Here is the hugest of the hugest. I've told you about the lower level, and now I'm going to tell you about the upper level. Level number 2 is called Platinum Plus. And why is it called Plus? Because all of the guarantees of the lower level, all 5 of them, get added to your guarantees. And so now I'm going to tell you the 6th guarantee of Platinum Plus, because you already inherit the 5 from the lower level Platinum. So here we go. This is fascinating. End procrastination forever. At the beginning, when I said, what are your biggest hangups in getting your book done? I don't know how to start. I don't know how to start. I don't know how to start. It was the biggest complaint that people had, the biggest frustration that people have. So guarantee number 6, I will allow you to use my own personal book architect. This is incredible. Now, I know you're not excited because you don't even know what the heck a personal book architect is. So let me tell you very clearly, I've told you that you'll get your book done in 10 weeks. But this gentleman, Chinmay Swami, wrote Run Before You Walk and got it published in only 6 weeks. So then the race was on. Someone did it in 5 weeks. Someone did it in 4 weeks. Someone did it in 3.5 weeks. The race was on. The race was on until this young lady, this teenage girl, Emma, finished her book and it was published. And she took the first book out of the box and took a selfie and texted it to me in 4 days. Wow, wow, wow. That's the power of a personal book architect. Next, what if my book isn't published? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. This is the #1 reason why practically everybody chooses Platinum Plus. This is the #1 reason why practically everybody chooses Platinum Plus. Here it is, guarantee #7. I publish your book. I have a publishing company called 10-10-10 Publishing, and it's the best publishing company in the world. Why? Because all the other big name publishing companies give you a 6% royalty. 6% royalty. That means they keep 94% of your income. They keep 94%. I keep nothing. My publishing company is a non-profit entity within my empire, and so it can't earn any money, and it doesn't earn any money, and it doesn't want to earn any money. It wants you to earn every penny. Every penny that comes from every bookstore in the world, every penny that comes from Amazon goes directly to you. My publishing company makes nothing. I want you to be successful. Wow, wow, wow. And guarantee #8 has to do with what will Raymond do if I write other books? Now, there's a funny one. You might say, I don't even think I can write one book. What are you talking about other books? Well, listen carefully. Practically everyone that's already had their first book published by me, practically everyone that's already had their first book published by me is already writing or has finished, and I've published their second book, third book, fourth book, fifth book. Why? And the answer is, once they've written one book and realize how simple it is, they take another 10 hours, they write another book and make even more money. So guarantee #8, I will publish every book you ever write. Are you ready for this? I will publish every book you ever write, or any book that you have already written or partially written. I will publish every single book you ever write. Now, let me be really, really clear to make sure you get me on this, because this is gigantic. I don't mean that you buy my program, publish one book, and then buy my program again and publish another book, and then buy my program again and publish another book. No, I don't mean that at all. I mean, if you're fortunate enough to get in once, only once, you get into my program once, you invest the tuition once, and I will publish every book you ever write, every book you ever write. No extra charge. That's unbelievable. There is no other publishing company in the world that will give you that gigantic benefit. Wow, wow, wow. And there's even more. You might wonder, how will I sell my book? I want to sell my book. How will that happen? And the answer is, I will list your book on Amazon, and I can do a way better job than you, because you have to go in the front door as an author, and you have a certain number of switches that you can toggle to tell the world about your book. But I go in the back door as a publisher, and I have way more opportunities to describe your book. Therefore, your book will come up higher on Amazon searches or Google searches. Therefore, you'll sell many more copies of your book. And finally, guarantee #10, the one that blows everybody away, the biggest one, the one that'll drop your jaw to the carpet. Here we go. Guarantee #10 has to do with, how will I promote my book? How will I promote my book? And wait till you see this. Guarantee #10, I will host and pay for your official book launch. I will host and pay for your official book launch. I told you that the author has to pay for it, but I am the only publisher that pays for your official book launch. There's no other publisher in the world that does that. Wow, 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 wow. And here is the very hugest. There's no risk to you whatsoever. There's no risk to you whatsoever. You get 5 guarantees at Platinum, and you get 10 guarantees at Platinum Plus, meaning there's no risk to you whatsoever. Now, how do you get all my wisdom? Well, there's 19 home study videos. And if you're fortunate enough to get in, you'll immediately be sent the key that unlocks the 19 home study videos. They're about 15 minutes each, something like that. and you play video 1, you do what it says, you play video 2, you do what it says, but listen carefully. Once you played video 19, you are holding your finished physical published book in your hand. Wow. Now, is there another way to learn? Yes, there is, because I host a Write Your Book Bootcamp. I host a Write Your Book Bootcamp. Remember I said, don't you dare take any program unless the guru himself is willing to come back and personally teach you in a follow-up workshop. Well, I host every so often a Write Your Book Bootcamp. You come to the bootcamp, there's no extra charge. Once you get into the program, there's no extra charge to attend the Write Your Book Bootcamp. And you might say, well, I don't understand, Raymond. Do I play the videos or do I go to the bootcamp? And the answer is you can do both. See, if you're fortunate enough to get in today, because it's limited admission today, and I'll explain why later, limited admission today. If you're fortunate enough, then I will send you the key that unlocks the 19 home study videos. You can start writing your book under my guidance today. You can get rid of procrastination today. You can learn my wisdom today, or Sunday or end of the month, whatever you wish. But you can start as soon as you wish. And then as soon as the Write Your Book Bootcamp comes along, you can switch from the videos to the bootcamp, and I personally will teach you for 3 days how to write your book. So some people just play the home study videos. Some people don't play them. They just wait around for the boot camp. And some people do both. They start playing the videos and writing their book immediately, and then they switch to the boot camp whenever it comes along. But 2 ways to get my wisdom is not enough. I will give you 3 ways. And the 3rd way is a personal book architect. You will have her name, her Skype handle. You'll be able to Zoom with her. You can text her, you can phone her, you can WhatsApp her. That's my own personal book architect. And so here's how it works. You play a home study video. If you have any question, you call your personal book architect. You play the next home study video. If you have any question, you contact your personal book architect. How often? As often as you wish, every day if you wish, because her only job is to get your book done. And then when the boot camp comes along, you can pop into the boot camp at no extra charge. And I personally will teach you a 3-day boot camp to get your book done. And then you don't call your personal book architect during those 3 days. You can just ask me whatever questions and I will answer them for you right there in the boot camp. 3 ways to get my wisdom. Wow, wow, wow. Now, I love teaching the Write Your Book Bootcamp in Hawaii. Why? Obviously, because it's Hawaii. But if you're still sitting there wondering, here is the best news of all. It's time for a change. It's time to let the book do all the work for you. And it's also time for a giant discount, Now, I've told you it's a small car, but let me be really, really clear. It's $28,000 US. You might say, well, that doesn't seem like a low number. It seems like a big high number. Yes, I know, but if your income goes up by $50,000 to $100,000, not just for several years in a row, even for 1 year, then it's a very reasonable fee. You'll be able to escape the sea of sameness. You'll be able to climb up onto the island of individuality so that you can float effortlessly for the rest of your life down the river of relevant differentiation. Stop struggling. Stop being so exhausted this lifetime. You can't go back to make a new start, but you can start today and make a brand new end. You can't go back to make a new start, but you can start today and make a brand new end. You are unique and special, pretending that you're ordinary. You are unique and special, earning as if you're ordinary. But that stops when you have a brand. Your income will rise quite suddenly. And at the all-important Platinum Plus that has 10 guarantees, I'm going to give you an 11th bonus guarantee. See, within the Platinum Plus, you already get an official book launch that I pay for. But on top of that, you will become an award-winning author at your official book launch. How? Because I will give you an award. Here's an award that I gave Vivian, and you'll see it's made of crystal with a brushed steel base, and the award is named for you. Every award is special and has a unique name, and your personal name on it and the year. It's very heavy and it's very beautiful. You'll be very honored. And everyone will know about it right on the cover of your book. Here's a book that I published for Regina K. Neal, and right under your name, it'll say award-winning author. Right under your name, it'll say award-winning author. Wow, wow, wow. But here is the final discount. But there has to be a reason. You can't just give a discount. There has to be a reason. Listen carefully. You're going to love my reason. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm 78. Not today, not actually today, but very close to today. It's my birthday. And I see that there's no gift on your lap that you're about to send me, but there has to be gift giving on a birthday. And so I will give you a gift, a big gift, thousands and thousands of dollars discount, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars discount off the standard tuition, because it's year end. This is the time to get ready for 2023. This is the time to make yourself big and in awe. Other people will be in awe of you. Other people will be impressed by you. This is the time to do it. Start the new year right. Write a book. Give up on all that crap that you've had a book inside of you for 20 years and you're procrastinating and all that stuff. Just give it up and get the darn book out, because I know how to get that darn book out of you, and I'm going to give you a giant discount to get that book out of you. Now, Emma is the young lady, the teenage girl who has the world record in starting from nothing, not even knowing what her book's going to be about, to holding the physical book in her hand 4 days later. Listen carefully to what she has to say.
2 years ago, when I was 15, I published my first book, #Success: How Teens Can Create Their Own Brilliant Future. And immediately after my book was published, I started getting wild results. I went to a new school and my book was already in the school library on display right when you walk in. People had ordered my book and were reading it and were coming up to me when I didn't even know them and saying like I had inspired them and they were so proud of me. And I was invited to all sorts of school activities right when I was a new student because my brand was so high already from the book that I had written. And the whole process was super easy and it was super quick. And the program really, really works and it gets amazing results.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now listen to this. If you go into a store and you want to buy a cola and you see the store brand cola and you see Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola sells for more, practically everybody buys Coca-Cola because it's branded. You always pay more for a brand. Nathan just removed snow from the walkway and the driveway of residential homes in his city. You might say, well, you might say the homeowner couldn't care less who removes the snow, but you know what? He can charge 50% more than other snow removers, 50% more, because he has written a book. Listen carefully to this. I know it sounds amazing.
Hey Raymond, I got some exciting news for you. Right now, I'm enrolling clients at a price that's higher than my competition. You heard it, higher, and it's all because of your lessons on branding. I mean, just the other day, I enrolled one client at $1,100. My competition last year charged them $850, and this guy came running to me and enthusiastically signed up for $1,100. I mean, and just today, one guy, I just enrolled a new client for $1,200, and it's Raymond, you are amazing. That's all I can say, and just. What Raymond says really works. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Nathan. Now, I've told you that I love hosting the Write Your Book Bootcamp in Hawaii, but there's still some masking issues and some travel restrictions. And so I'm going to host it by Zoom, December 7, 8, 9. I think that's already passed. That's no good. That's no good. There's got to be a better job than that. Help, my dear staff, help me. What is the date?
January 27, 28, 29.
Let's just fix that. January 27, 28, 29. That's a little funny mistake. There it is. I fixed it. January 27, 28, 29, because the December one is gone, but it was completely sold out. January 27, 28, 29. Now, you might be a sad face because you're busy those days. But let me tell you something. There's nothing as important as getting branded and getting ready to have a fabulous 2023 with a book under your belt. But if you've got something planned, get rid of it. If you got a wedding plan, cancel it. You got a funeral plan, cancel it. There's nothing as important as getting branded. But you might be a happy face saying, yay, I'm free at that time, yay. But whether you're a happy face or a sad face, I have something fascinating to tell you. And what is it? It is that I hold these Zoom classes every single month. I hold the Zoom classes every single month. Can you confirm you can see my screen, Jody or Wendy?
No, it disappeared.
Okay, I wish you would have told me earlier. Let me fix that. Let me fix this. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Okay, can you see it now?
It's good now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm holding it by Zoom every single month. If you can't attend in January, attend in February. If you can't attend in February, attend in March. But listen carefully. Today is the day that I'm going to give you a gigantic discount. And if you get in today, I will today send you the key that unlocks the 19 home study videos. You can actually start writing your book under my guidance today or tomorrow or the end of this month, whenever you wish. And then whenever the next boot camp comes along that you can attend, you switch to that one, but you get in today. Wow, wow, wow. Now, this is the most shocking testimonial of all. I've saved it to the last. Nick lives in England, and he made 50,000 pounds sterling in 1 minute before his book was finished. That's more than 50,000 Canadian dollars. That's more than 50,000 US dollars. That's more than 50,000 euro. He made 50,000 pounds sterling in 1 minute before his book was finished.
My name is Nick Bradley, and I'm the award-winning author of Zero to Authentic Hero. Raymond Aaron showed me how to write a book and create a brand for myself. And I spent a few £1,000s doing that. But I wanted to get a good return on my investment. So I wanted to make tens of thousands of pounds back on that time. I went to a conference and I didn't even have a book. I hadn't even finished writing my book. So I printed the cover and I wrapped it around my notebook and I held it up, and I had one client who's paid me £50,000. And that's even before I had a book. So thank you, Raymond Aaron.
You will make money before you finish writing your book, but you never thought it would be $50,000. Wow, wow, wow. But listen carefully. At the Write Your Book Bootcamp, I insist that it's small. I insist that it's small because I want to get to know you personally. I want to get to know the insides of your book. I want to be able to answer every single one of your questions. And I can only do that when I keep the class size low. So I will be restricting the number of people that get into my program today. When I show you the link, grab it. When I show you the link, if you're truly interested in writing a book, if you are an action taker, if you want to move forward, if you want 2023 to be your best year ever, then as soon as you get the link, grab it and get into my program. Because if you hesitate, I'm not sure, let me sleep on it, then this ugly red banner that says, sorry, but this offer is sold out, will show up and there's nothing I can do to help you. Don't bother calling my company. Nobody can help you. Once this banner shows up, I'm sold out. So when you see the link, you grab it, grab it, grab it before it sold out. So I've told you the tuition is 28,000. Here it comes. I'm about to tell you the gigantic discount that I'm going to give you, and then I'm going to show you the link. Grab it. You know it's for you. You're an action taker. You grab it when you see it. So listen carefully. Are you ready for the biggest discount I'm going to give all year long? And the first discount I'm going to give is for the all-important Platinum Plus, because almost everyone who registers at the Platinum Plus. That's the 11 guarantee level. Wow, wow, wow. Here it comes. Are you ready? It's not 28,000. It's 2,800. 2,800, a 90% discount. 2,800, it's a 90% discount. You know it's for you. Here it comes. Here is the link. Aaron.com/10-10-10 program. Aaron.com/101010 program. Spell Aaron correctly. AARON. And if you don't want to take a chance, just go to the chat. And my dear staff has put the link as a hyperlink. So you just have to click on it and go there. 90% discount, 90% discount. It's a birthday special. It's a Black Friday special. It's a Christmas special. It's a Boxing Day special. It's a New Year's Eve special. It's a New Year's Day special. It's the biggest special I've ever given. I'm bending over backwards in my crazy attempt to make you rich, to make your 2023 the best it's ever could possibly be, because you'll be able to say, I am the award-winning author of the published book, and then you'll say the title. I am the award-winning author of the published book. Wow. Get into my program immediately so that you can say that as soon as possible. And let me tell you something crazy. You remember I inadvertently told you about my Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide that has 6 audios that tell you exactly how to sell way, way more copies of your book? Well, since I mentioned it to you, let me tell you something. When you get in today, I will give you my $3,000 6 audio Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide so that you can sell way more copies. For gosh sakes, my program is only $2,800 and I'm giving you a $3,000 gift. This is the best deal I've ever given. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And there's also a payment plan. At $2,800, you get the $3,000 Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide. At the payment plan, you don't get it, but at least you get in. It's only 4 easy monthly installments of only $787. Only 4 easy monthly installments of $787. Of course, that's USD. That is the currency of the internet, and it's at exactly the same link. You can either pay in full and get a $3,000 gift, or you can use the payment plan. They're both available at that same link. Grab it. I can see the number of people who are already filling out the form. That's great. That's great. The ugly red banner hasn't showed up yet, but when it does, you're left out in the cold. Do it immediately. Now, the lower level Platinum that has 5 guarantees, it's not $28,000. It's $997. $997. And yes, you can upgrade later by simply investing the difference between only $2,800 and $997. Yes, you can upgrade later by simply paying the difference. If you need to get into the lower level now and then upgrade later, yes, you can do it. And it's at exactly the same link. And there's also a payment plan for it. But even better, because you're in business, and you say, I'm in business? I didn't know that. Yes, because you're in business. How am I in business? As soon as you sell your first book, you're in business. Business doesn't mean you have a fax machine or a desk. Business means you sold something. As soon as you sell something, you're in business, and you're allowed to deduct your legitimate business expenses. And taking a course to teach you how to write a book is a legitimate business expense. Wow, 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 against business income. I've created the perfect solution to make you a lot of money and get you branded by writing a book. The only thing missing so far is you. Get into this program immediately. You already know the link. Grab it, take action. Oh, you're not an action taker? I thought you were. I thought you really wanted a book. At the beginning, you said, I want a book, I want a book, I want a book. Well, here's your chance. Either you're an action taker and you're serious and you want to make 2023 the best year and you're grabbing that link, or you were just faking it and you didn't really want to write a book. You just wanted to tell people that you want to write a book. See, there's two kinds of people in the world. The people who want to write a book and they're action takers and they're going to grab my program, use my guidance and get their book done in no time. And there's other people who just like to say they're writing a book, and other people say to them, wow, that's nice. And they keep saying it for decades, but they never get a book done. So which are you? Are you a person who says they're going to write a book and actually get it done? Or are you a person who says they're going to write a book, but you're never actually going to get it done? Here's your decision time right now. Click on that link if you are writing a book for sure. Don't bother clicking on the link if you just want to pretend that you're writing a book. Your choice. This is decision time. I'm the only book writing teacher who makes sure you make money with your book. I told you there are 19 home study videos that you will get today. 16 of them teach you how to write a book, and 3 of them teach you how to make a great deal of money from your book. I'm the only book writing teacher who is himself a New York Times bestselling author. I'm the only book writing teacher who has written a Chicken Soup book and a For Dummies book, and I'm going to be giving you the For Dummies book at the end of this presentation. I'm the only book writing teacher who will give you a 3-day bonus, no extra charge, Write Your Book boot camp. Wow. I'm the only book writing teacher who gives you an official book launch at my own expense. I'm the only book writing teacher who gives you 100% of your sales, not just 6%. I'm the only book writing teacher who gives you a full-time coach called a personal book architect to ensure your book gets done. And at the most important Platinum Plus level that has all 11 guarantees, it's only $2,800, which is a discount of 90%, for which you get a $3,000 gift, or a payment plan of only 4 easy monthly installments of only $787, for which you don't get the $3,000 gift, but at least you get into the program and can upgrade later. Yes, and it's at aaron.com/101010 program. And at the lower level Platinum, it's $997, and you can upgrade later. And there's also a payment plan for that. And it's at the very same link. I'm the only book writing teacher who will do the forward for you. And I'm the only book writing teacher who will give you the entire program for free. How? Well, all you do is tell your friends, I'm writing a book. Or eventually you'll be able to say to your friends, I wrote a book. And they'll say, well, I want to write a book. I've got a book inside me. And you'll say to them, well, I couldn't have done it without this program. And as soon as 2 of your friends enroll in my program, we give you your complete tuition back. Now, I can't afford to give them the incredible Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide, the $3,000 value. I can't give it to them. I give it to you, but I can't give it to them. But they get everything else. Wow. Now for some frequently asked questions. Can I attend the Write Your Book Bootcamp at both the Platinum and Platinum Plus levels and at both pay in full and payment plan? Yes, yes, yes. Is the Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide, that's the 6 audios, a free gift only at Platinum Plus pay in full? Yes, only at Platinum Plus pay in full. When Raymond publishes my book and lists it for sale on Amazon, is it absolutely free to me? 0 upfront cost to print? Yes, absolutely 0. I'm your publisher and I subcontract to Amazon that they can print your book on demand. There's not a penny of upfront fee to you. Is it really true that I join your 10-10-10 program once and Raymond will publish every book I ever write? Yes, yes, yes. After I enroll, can I really get all my money back just by encouraging 2 friends to take this amazing program? Yes, yes, yes. At Platinum Plus, will Raymond really write my forward, publish my book, assign a private coach, and also teach me how to market my book? Yes, yes, yes. Did thousands of Raymond's clients actually write their book using this 10-10-10 system? And did Raymond really write 147 books himself using the same 10-10-10 system? Yes, of course I used my own system. Yes, yes, yes. I'm the only book writing teacher who will show you how to write a great book in only 10 hours. I'm the only book writing teacher who will show you how to hold your physical published book in your hand in only 10 weeks. But wait, there's even more. Listen carefully. You can not just attend the Write Your Book Bootcamp. You can not just attend the Write Your Book Bootcamp. You can re-attend the Write Your Book Bootcamp as often as you wish for the rest of your life at no extra charge. Now, why would you want to? Because you might want to write as many more books as you wish for the rest of your life at no extra charge. Wow, wow, wow. It's only $2,800, for which I give you a $3,000 gift or a payment plan of only 4 easy monthly installments of only $787 for the all-important Platinum Plus program that you can get all your money back by just encouraging 2 friends to join, and you get 11 points of the guarantee. And you, of course, know the link to go to. And at the lower level, at the platinum level, it's $997. And there is a payment plan, and it's at the very same link. Now, if you don't act quickly, you'll see this ugly banner. If you go to that link now, you'll still see a form to complete, name and address and all that stuff. But pretty soon, at any moment with no notice, that ugly banner shows up and you're left out. Your 2023 will be the same as your 2022. You won't get published and you won't have a book. This is the way to do it with no procrastination whatsoever. So when you go to the link, it'll offer you the lower level platinum first at $997, or a payment plan of 2 easy monthly installments of $600, or the all important Platinum Plus, which is $2,800, for which you get a $3,000 gift or 4 easy monthly installments of only $787. And you might have trouble getting approved. That happens sometimes. Just email help@aaron.com, because we have several other merchant accounts. And if you don't get approved on one of them, we can help you get approved on one of the other ones. Just email help@aaron.com if you have any trouble getting approved. Or you might want to use 2 or 3 credit cards in order to take advantage of the $2,800 pay in full to get the $3,000 gift. You can't do 2 or 3 credit cards on the website, but you can email help@aaron.com and my CFO will take great care of you. You might want to e-transfer us the money or wire transfer the money to our bank. That's okay. Just get the details from help@aaron.com. Or you might be a special case. You might be a realtor who's broke today, but you're getting a big commission check tomorrow or something like that. Just email help@aaron.com and plead your special case. And so here's the final deal. It's only $2,800, for which you get a $3,000 gift. You can get all your money back. The payment plan is only 4 easy monthly installments of $787. If you have any trouble at all, email help@aaron.com. This is the best deal I've ever offered. Wow, wow, wow. The best deal I've ever offered.